Hello, I'm Pastor Dave, and this is a recap of what we heard yesterday. Here we go. This week we looked at the church at Pergamum, and as we continued our look at the 7 churches in Asia Minor. Now there's something apparent when we see this church. The church at Pergamum daily confronted activities that could lead them astray. This was a city that had pagan altars to various Greek gods and felt they were the keepers of the culture. This was a civil center, not just for civil military administration, but also the worship of Caesar. This was the home to a great library. The great library at Pergamum quite likely was second only to the great library in Alexandria. It's in this place a church was formed and had to survive. And we can see this very plainly. Christians in Pergamum were living in a hostile environment to the faith. Of that, there is no doubt. But as we look at Christ's message to this church, a few things become apparent. And the first is one that the biblical scholar William Barclay noted in his 2-part commentary on Revelation. He noted Christians should be prepared to be different. That is something we need to get used to. Oftentimes we're pulled to be part of the group, to be part of the crowd, and to fit in. But that's not always easy when we live out our faith and those around us are not. How we live our faith may make us stand out. And that's something we need to prepare ourselves for, because it's going to happen. But that's not the only similarity and the only lesson for us today. We can also see that there are many false teachers in the world who have easy access to us. At Pergamum, they were dealing with the Nicolaitans like the church in Ephesus was. For us, it's very easy to deal with or to be inundated with false teachers. What you're watching me on right now and what I'm recording this on are ways false teachings get into our lives and into our homes and churches. This type of access, for better or worse, is part of our lives. And it's up to us to make it for the better. But on top of all of this, we are like Pergamum in that the influences of education, science, culture, fame, and politics can still entice us to draw away from God. They can still pull us to places we shouldn't go or to places we don't want to be. They're not bad in and of themselves, but they can be if they take the place of God in our lives. And that is what we must be prepared for. We need to take the example of the church of Pergamum and Christ's message for them, make it part of our lives, so that we will stay faithful for when the final judgment comes and the final reward is given. We will be there. I think I got that in under 3 minutes. So this is your recap for the week. Remember that we worship at 8:45 at East Salem, 10:15 at Otterbein. We live stream that East Salem service on Facebook. But until next week, I hope to see you in the pews.